Hello, welcome to Ekate's Crossing as we explore another tarot deck from my collection, Primordial Tarot. So let's have a look at, now again, very different, not normal tarot. The suits are very different. As we dive into it, let's just sort of explore this a little bit here. It is a Lo Scarabeo deck. Text by Barbara Moore. It is by Sergio Toppi. Okay, so again, you've got different languages in the guidebook. Okay, Primordial Tarot explores instinctual drives, raw emotions, physical reaction, gets underneath the veneer of civilization and psychology, reveals the roots of our behavior. So it's quite a different type of tarot deck. Okay, so we've got the blue cards, which are the Soul, which is similar to Cups. Yellow cards are Jewels, which are Pentacles. Remember, they loosely relate to each of the suits. The green cards are Nature, which loosely relate to Wands. The red cards are Blood. Then you've got the Child, which is Pages, Animal Knights, Woman Queen, and Man King. Okay, so there are some differences with the major arcana titles, like you've got the Great Mother, the Father, the Shaman, Union, the Chariot, Abundance, Creative Power, Time. So it is quite different in many ways. So as we go through and have a look at this deck, at the major arcana and what it all means, let's have a look at, so it goes through the suits, and then the spread that they've included in here. They've got a couple of spreads. First one is called the Circle of Stones spread. Okay, so that's quite interesting. Here we've got 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, Circle of Stones. Okay, so monoliths or stone circles are mysterious, but are often thought to be places where people sought answers and connections to the wider world. This spread helps create a bigger view of your situation while bringing advice. The cards should be laid out as shown, representing a monolithic circle with a person at the center. So, shuffle your cards while thinking of your situation you need advice about. When you feel the deck is sufficiently mixed, draw a card for each position. So card number 1 is your attitude about the situation. Card 2, the question at the heart of the situation. Card 3 is the beginning of the situation. 4 is the likely outcome if no action is taken or nothing changes. Advice about what to do to support a beneficial outcome is number 5. Number 6, advice about what not to do to support a beneficial outcome. And number 7, how to avoid repeating this pattern in the future. Then next we've got the Essence spread, which is 2 cards, what you want and what you don't want. So the Primordial Tarot world, things are often shown in the bare essential forms. Often it comes down to 2 things: survive or die, eat or be eaten, predator or prey, instincts or free will. In a tarot reading, having 2 cards creates a tension that we long to break with the addition of a 3rd card. This 2 card spread demands that you not relieve the tension with the addition of another card, but by figuring out how to integrate the 2 cards. There is no position for advice or outcome. You're invited to simply sit with the 2 cards until you discover the way that they exist together rather than in opposition, or until you identify the source of the tension. So what you want and what you don't want. That's it. There's no outcome card. Okay, be your own shaman spread. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So being your own shaman means taking care of yourself spiritually. You must be able to look at yourself honestly and objectively, determine what needs to be done, and take action. If something in you is broken or missing, the spread will not help you figure who or what broke you, as that is not essential. If you are broken, it is your responsibility to fix yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to do it all alone. If you need help, get help. Some of the cards in the deck represent that, but you don't get to spend time blaming others, even if they were in the wrong. If you have a specific area of concern, think about it while shuffling. If you don't have one, the spread will reveal what could use a little work at the moment. Shuffle, and when you're ready, lay out the cards. Number 1 is the heart of the problem, what continues to feed it. Number 2, the root of the problem and how it began. Number 3, the head of the problem and where it will lead. Number 4, what will you need to release and how to do that. And number 5, what you need to find out and how to find it. And don't forget, when you do these spreads for yourself, use the guidebook for their meanings as well. Think about what the cards mean for you, and then dive into the meanings with the guidebook. Oh, this was originally released as Tarot of the Origins as a major deck in 1989. It later completed in 1992. That's interesting, isn't it? Okay, so let's have a dive here. Let's dive into this Be Your Own Shaman spread. And so we can sort of look at what the heart of the problem is and what continues to feed it, the root of the problem and how it began, the head of the problem, where it will lead, what I actually need to do to release it and how to do that, and what I need to find and how to find it. Oh, it's going to be quite tough. This is going to be quite a tough one here. So here I'm doing the 5-card spread. I'm going to use the guidebook to go through each of these cards. Okay, this is card number 1. No, card number 1. What was there? How'd that land out there? Did not know that was there. That was kind of weird. I didn't expect... Did I not pick up the deck completely? Okay. Gonna leave that there. I'm just putting 1. Okay, card number 2. Don't know what I was doing there. 3, 4, and 5. Right, so what card was actually there? 10, 11. Okay. And here I've got 8. That's interesting. 11 and 8. With like a justice and strength. For 2, we have Ace of Nature, 1 of Nature. 3 is 4 of Nature. Number 4 is 13 of Nature. That's quite interesting. It's very nature. And 3 of Nature. So it's very much about that sort of wand energy. Right, so let's have a look. So the first cards we have here to explore, because this, I don't know what I did, whether I just left it there or whether, I don't know, I have to have a look back on the video. You'll have seen it when I started, so I got no idea what that was about, but I'll leave that there. And so the 11... Okay, so that's creative power. Creativity, alchemy, preservation, and a gentle touch. There are different kinds of power, some of it brutally destructive. Creative power is just transformative and taps in the ability. And then the other one was 8. Abundance. The hunter's kill looks like it's like an earth vein, showing that all nourishment begins deep within the earth. Balance, fairness, prosperity, everything in its place. Balance, fairness, prosperity. Gentle touch. Okay, maybe a gentle touch is needed to create the abundance that's required. And this. Okay, the heart of the problem. Okay, then number 2. Woman of nature. Feminine strength, courage. Again, I get that sense of strength. It's interesting, isn't it, to get that abundance and everything. It's all about a gentle touch. It's being assertive, not aggressive. It's not about brutal force. I think it's about having that feminine, that very gentle strength, having the courage. Joy in creation. 3 is mask of nature. It's connection with the spirit world, seeing other realities, empathy for and understanding. See, again, you get that sense of gentleness and kindness coming through, and not being too harsh or too critical. It's about being very, very gentle here. Bones of nature. Reality, the good and the bad, remembering what is essential and what endures. Again, you get that stamina, endurance, that moving forward. And then the ace. A tree rises. The root of the problem or question looking below the surface. Don't be distracted by appearances and don't make assumptions. That's given me some real stuff to think about there. So the spread was, let me have a look at the spread again. Okay, so we've got the heart of the problem. The heart of the problem. This is the root of the problem, and that's interesting. That's with the ace of that. Then we've got up here, which is 3, which was the head of the problem, where it's actually going to lead us, and then 4 and 5. So 1 was about abundance, creativity, the sense of have that sense of being assertive, being aggressive, having that endurance, that stamina, having the courage to sort of move ahead. The root of it is that sense of, again, the creativity. Etching of nature. It's time to look below the surface. Don't get too wound. I think when you've got the abundance that you want to create, you want to have that endurance, that strength, that courage and everything, you need to look below the surface. You need to sort of dive a little bit deeper into the situation. So it's going to lead us to what's really important. It's going to lead us to what's really important. If we can actually start to look below the surface, it's going to lead us to what's really important in our situation. It's going to allow us to have that sense of courage, dedication, focus. I think it's going to be, that dedication to where you want to be. So that's what I need to release. I need to release so it says, what do I need to release? What do I need to release? Feminine. My femininity. And I do that with faith and dedication. Whatever I need to do it with faith and dedication. Focus. What will I need, what you need to find and how to find it. So it was the 3. Connection with the spirit world. Seeing other realities. Being able to see things from a different perspective. Seeing other realities, what's possible. Oh, interesting. Some thoughts to think into. Okay, so that's it from me. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell. God, I've got to use this deck a bit more. Okay, that's it. Take care. Blessed be.